Hello, everyone. Welcome to our latest episode of the Roundtable Podcast. It's July 26, 2026, and we are here to talk to you about all sorts of fun today, to include these little guys right here. This is one of the newer versions from Nova, of course, but we need to talk about the past, present, and potential future of that marker. But first, let's talk to some of our friends here about one of the things that has happened just this last weekend. So I bring us on here, Brock Skolman and friends,
But
as
here,
well
TJ,
as
because you're gonna
a portion of
yeah,
Chris
I'll
and
let it
Echo there.
Hold your breath. I hope Bud can get in there.
Oh,
He
they're
came.
preoccupied. We'll come back to them. All right, everyone. Let's see here. So, why don't you guys kind of go over and tell us what happened there at Monster Game and how things went here?
Good.
There we go.
Bad connections.
Sam, Uncle Sam, how are you doing?
Doing all right, guys. How about you?
Doing good. What is your opinion there of Monster Game that you guys just had this
Go
last
right
weekend?
back in, yeah.
So, Monster Game is my favorite event of the year when I first started going 10 years ago, but never in the 28 years that I've been a part of this community have I seen a field owner, producer, check-in, customer service, referee. This woman, if she wasn't helping somebody check in or wasn't on stage, she would put on a referee jersey and would be calling hits and making sure that her game was running smoothly. How many producers are there that do that? I've never seen it before. I mean, this
Making my head explode.
kudos. Like, I've never seen it. And I had an absolute blast, as I always do at Hell Survivors, but Monster Game is just always one up above that. Just because it's what I call the last of 1990s paintball, where you can bunker, you can play aggressive, and it's the last of what we have left from that age, and she handles it like it's just another Saturday, like it's just another day. She just handles it.
Now I'm
Well,
blushing.
Oh, we got a couple
Well,
other people
thank you.
here, Chris and Echo here that
Echo.
were there at the game too. How did you guys? How was your experience out there?
Well, let me tell you something. The first day was a little rough. There was no muffins in the morning. Okay,
Oh,
not a single freaking muffin.
Not one. Or coffee.
That's coffee. You wouldn't know there was
Oh,
coffee.
it wasn't Panera bread. This
Well-
guy's addicted.
Okay, but this morning there was muffins everywhere.
Yes, he made sure of that.
Yeah, there was muffins.
No mine's quite accurate.
But besides that, it was weather was great. Couldn't ask for better weather.
Yeah.
The staff, excelente. Y'all
Yeah.
did a hell of a job. You guys, I take my hat off to you guys. Awesome. Field was clean.
Yeah,
I camped. Camping was clean. There was no real big hiccups or anything. I screwed my ankle up a little bit, but that's
Yeah.
all right.
Marie,
I
y'all,
don't know how it happened.
you guys are actually of all the events we go to, I mean, even the organized promoters, you guys are running a really, really good event there. I would say you're in the top two, and I'm talking about Full to Gap and you. For as far as logistically just handling and running and the smoothness, logistics, referees, and just you mean Monster Game's your baby. I know you love the cosplay stuff and you pull it off really well. It's interesting. The players are having fun, and that is very hard to do. A lot of the games we're going to, they're just wanting them to go out there and just shoot a bunch of paint in a speedball course mainly.
There's no story.
There's no story behind it, but you had a lot of people there. I mean, that says it all. And we're right there on the front lines. I mean, they're right in our face. I mean, we're hearing about it all day long, and it was pretty much all good stuff. And they're trying to get back in the field to go do all the. You must have had a ton of missions out there, because they were all over that.
There were props, missions, there
Yeah.
were role players,
Yeah.
there was third entity. That guy sitting next to Marie, he was a third entity for a little bit. He wasn't just a photographer. but he did good at both. Oh, and there's Brock. He was another third entity. Well, not third entity, but he was a cosplayer.
Yeah, he was Van
Van
Helsing.
Helsing.
Yeah.
And he did a hell of a job. Everybody did their job awesome.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Hey,
ask for better.
is it? Can we ask how many people you think you had?
I wish I haven't gone through all of my information yet of all of it. I mean, I know we've been hitting like 1100 in the last couple of years. It wouldn't phase me if we actually beat a little bit over that this year.
Well, I
So
can tell you, a lot of people were saying that they thought they couldn't tell. There's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So, they were going like, man, there's 8, there's 9, there's 1,000, there's 1,200. I felt like there's over 1,000 for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, definitely. I'm I mean, with just what I saw, what I remember from the pre-reg to like just being up there and already doing tallies of my day ofs. We're definitely over 1,000.
Good.
And
So
the sides were even. Y'all kept that pretty good. I don't know what the numbers were for each side, but I'm sure there wasn't a huge deficit either way on numbers.
so before we went into day of registrations,
Uh-huh.
there was a difference of 43 players
Yeah.
come on
That's
Thursday. So that was the difference. And as soon as walk-ons came on, it was all right. We got the one side, like Wolfman had less at 43, so we filled in Wolfman, and then at that point it was just back and forth, back and forth. So we were even.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
It's a good fight all weekend.
yeah. It was really, really, really good. I appreciate all my staff and everyone. And honestly, with what Uncle Sam said, it's I don't know how to say it. Like when I put my heart into it, I put my heart into it, and it's easy to me in a sense, right? There's a lot of work, and I'm exhausted, but it's worth it because, like, I take a lot of pride in making sure everyone comes to any of my events and they walk away happy. And, like, I think my number one question when any player's walking around here was, are you having fun? Is the game playing good? What do we need to fix? Like, what can I do better? Like Brock was killing it with being Van Helsing, and we changed his rules a little bit like this year from last year. And it was like, all right, what do you think? How should we play this? Like, is it working for what you want to do? Do we need to change anything? And that to me, for any producer, should be the number one thing, like about their game and take pride in it. But yeah, I'm gonna dabble in everything that I do because I want to make sure it's as perfect as I can be. I want to make sure that by the second you walk up to my rental trailer, you have any questions or problems, I'm fixing it. If you're having an issue on the battlefield, come on, I'll take the 10 minutes. Let's talk. Let's fix it. Because I want you to walk off this field. If you're having a bad moment, even if it's not with me, it's just with somebody else, right? It's another player from a call, a hit, as we all have, right? If they come off upset, I'm going to take that time and see that as busy as I am because that person, even though it wasn't me that did it, when they leave my property, they're going to have that remembrance of this property for that 1 second that something happened. And if I can take that minute to change their mind and their outcome to say, you know what, it was a bad whatever, but I appreciate everyone else caring, they're going to have a great time and want to come back. And so I want everyone to have that mindset when they leave that maybe they came in having a bad attitude because something happened, a bad thing happened, like at home or whatever. But I want them to leave knowing that somebody cared about them when they're having a bad moment.
Yeah, I think you achieved that.
Yeah.
By the way, congratulations on getting your campground. Boy, it
Thank
looks a lot nicer than it's ever looked
Yeah.
there.
Looked great.
Yeah, it looked great. And every time we go there, the place gets nicer and nicer and nicer. And I hope that eventually turns out into being a really, really good, real estate investment for you too, because that's ultimately what you're doing. There's a lot of land there. So
I was really impressed with that section across from where the Primo parking was. Y'all cleaned that up big time.
yeah.
We're working hard. We're really working. So it's all about the players. We really are. Like, we didn't want the campgrounds to go to housing. Like I said before, it's all about the players. So
Well, I can
what's
tell
in
you one
between?
thing, Marie. I can tell you one thing. Like skirmish was hard this year, and me and TJ were about dead tired, just trying to recover from that. That is not an easy place for a vendor to go. It is not. It is hard. That area is hard. the mud's terrible, the drainage is terrible. It's just it's nice to go somewhere where somebody cares. And you know what? That's a big game that we've watched kind of go, lose turnout over the last 5 years. If you guys had the parking and camping, you could rival that. You honestly could do that. Your game, the training on your staff and everything. Now I hope that skirmish this year. There's a lot of stuff being talked about that last game, but I hope they learn from that and realize this thing ain't just a foregone conclusion. You're only as good as your last game. You're only as good as how you treat people the last time, and that is really important. And we want to see some other games like yours get to be at that kind of turnout level. Just financially for you, and just to have those kind of draws again. It's really difficult. Most of these games me and TJ are going to, man, they're lucky to get 200 players. It's been hard. I mean, what you did with this last game, that was pretty incredible.
Right?
I
I'll give you
appreciate
props.
it.
I'll give you props on something. As many games as we go to, you're the only game that we go to that the food vendors are worth eating.
Yeah.
I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food vendors are
Was
awesome.
top notch.
Yes.
Top
Thank you.
notch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They're amazing, and they're them alone. I make sure I have enough vendors to feed everyone, but not overkill, so the vendors don't also get their own support. But also, you got to have food that is different for everybody and what they can eat. So,
Well, you've
and
done really
It's
good.
really good.
You've done really good at picking the right people. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
We go to probably more games than anyone else in paintball, and your field's the only place I'm not bugging Chris to order takeout.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, thank you.
I'd like to add something that Chris was saying too, and she'll never bring it up. I think the little things are just as important as the big obvious things. So like, I'll give you an example. The first thing that you do when you came here this weekend is you check in, right? And you get your player ID. Most places that you go to will give you a lanyard, but it's a generic lanyard. This one is a custom made, really well, high quality health survivors lanyard. When you get your player ID, the other side has the complete event schedule printed onto the card. So, some events you may have like a cardboard program or something and it deteriorates in your pocket with paint and sweat and running around.
Here it is right here, Uncle Sam. Here's the player card.
Exactly. And you will
Yes.
know exactly what the schedule is. Hey, what's next?
Full
Well, it's right in
schedule
front
on
of
the
me.
back.
And it's those little things, and it's just so many little things that
The
you guys
lanyard
do
got health
that
survivors.
you might not think about, but the average person appreciates.
Yeah, when we came into it, thank you. That's part of listening, right? Is I learned again, since we were new, I always knew that talking to players, talking to you guys was really important. And one of the things that I heard was players love their cards. It is a keepsake, a souvenir, and they want to be able to say, hey, I went here, this is the game I played. I mean, it's your
Correct.
time. I told somebody today, you guys choose where you're going to play, right? And you love this. This is a hobby for everyone. You have to decide where your hard-earned money goes and
Yeah.
where you pay time off, spend the money for lodging, all your souvenirs, everything. And it's the little things is what I can do to make that special for you, whether it's a sticker, a lanyard. I'm gonna do it because I'm that person. I go to events, I see what they do, what I don't like, and what I do like. One of the things was that players wanted it, and it's not hard to say, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
A lot of times if when we talk to field owners, the ones that are cool and actually want to hear criticism, and we have some constructive criticism for them, I can't think of anything to tell you to do better. Just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, honest to God,
I will be honest, out of all the little things, I am really upset though that I missed the one little thing I wanted to see. I wanted to see the bloodbath.
Apparently it was
not fair.
posted. Apparently it was already posted within like an hour or so of doing it. So
I'll take care of you, TJ. Give me a few days.
Oh,
nice.
I I mean,
Hey.
it's
All right,
just
guys.
fun.
Well,
How did you like the T-shirt launcher?
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah,
Like,
I told TJ that thing's made for stadiums, and you notice real quick that was probably the lowest setting we could do. So,
He actually
I
sent
want
me
to
up
get
and go.
one. I want
Yeah.
one.
He actually
I
sent me
want
up and told me to go shoot some. When I got up there, I was like,
Mhm.
I think it'd be smarter just to let Marie do it. I know how to do it. It'd be an experience for her.
hey, don't be fooled. He was scared he's going to hit something, is going to land on something you had out there and break it. So that's what he was doing, punch a hole in the roof or something.
You figure
You know.
if it happened, it's you that's gonna do it. not him.
Yeah.
all right. Well, we need to get moving on as we have other guests to bring onto the screen today. So thank you,
Good,
Marie.
good.
Thank you, Uncle Sam, for your
We
guys.
love you.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having us. We'll hopefully see you next time.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
See you.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
So we
You're gonna turn your
will.
face now.
Nope, wrong one. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Oh, Brock's is
Anyway,
west.
so let's
You're
move this
Bronx,
on. We're
and
going to
he's
bring
west.
on
Who we got
Next
now?
Mr. Mark Davis here. How's it going, Mark Davis?
Mark.
Good. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Yes, we can.
And we also have, I think, we're going to
Hold
check
on.
on.
I think we're doing some change ups here. Who we got?
I
Do we
think-
get Bud back on?
Well, he's here. Bud, can you hear us? Looks like we're having
Bud's-
some technical difficulties.
Yeah, Bud's having some technical difficulties.
All right. Well, we got Mr. Davis here. So, Mr. Davis, we were going to talk about your input on the Autocockers that you and Chris kind of went together on,
Okay.
and some future projects. So we can start wherever you wish, my friend.
I'll let Chris lead the charge.
Perfect, Chris. Let's get her
Yeah.
going.
Hey, real quick. Hey, TJ, are you in contact with Bud? Is he having trouble?
He can't hear nothing.
Really? Well, have him keep trying to get on. So, okay. Yeah, we're trying to get Bud. We're trying to get Bud back online. He's having some technical difficulties, but yeah, you know what, Mark, man, I'm so sorry. Last few days, boy, he'd call me and we were so doggone busy. I couldn't talk to him a whole lot, but we sold quite a few autocockers and quite a few of the Mark IV version and even the Gunstar versions. I mean, TJ, I mean, we did a lot of those actually. There was a lot of our autocockers on the field, man. In case you're new to this, the Mark IV was the brainchild of my buddy there, and he'd always wanted to do the quad baldy tents, and it's got the set in the back, and then it's got the set up front for when the bolt closes, and we might have just lost Mark, but
No.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. I got you. That way, you see the little cover here. This does two sets, and it is slightly longer here because of that, but it is highly effective. It stops the ball roll out completely. So if you size the paint right in the barrel, they shoot super consistent. There's just no downside to it. This should have been done a long time ago, and I'm glad that Mark, I'm glad that you shared that idea with me, man, because I love making these, and that's our old Sentinels are kind of getting phased out to this newer version. So, I mean,
Well, and there's you're absolutely right. There's no reason that this shouldn't have been done a bunch of years ago, but bunches of years ago, everybody was using Bud bodies, and it was not possible to be done. But now, with the advent of people making their own bodies, it still could have been done before we did it, but they chose not to, and you did. So
well,
you got the drop on them.
Mark, probably back, that when the autocockers, when Bud was in full production, it would have been a little bit rude to do that while he was still, operating, the war game. So, that I wouldn't have done it back then anyway, because, this is, I don't know if Bud can hear us because we're having trouble getting him on the show tonight, but, you have to, we're paying homage to what he did and built on what he did. And my God, how long did he build autocockers? I wish he was on here to tell us, but it's like 40 years.
Well, I got my first autococker, I want to say, in 1988. It was actually sniper. I got my first sniper in, I want to say, 88.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's some time.
I still have it. Yeah, I still have it. It's sniper number 406.
Well, speaking of some numbers, Night Owl here has a couple interesting numbers to go with his too.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hey,
Looks like
Mark.
he's off. There he is.
Down here. So this one here, I'll start with this one. This one here is 286.
Right?
This one here is number 280.
Yeah.
Not an autococker, but this one here is number 1.
Wow.
That's some nice pieces of history there.
And it's signed by a lot of the greats. We're going to have to link up so we can get your signature to go on here too.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Whenever we're together, I'll sign it.
Oh, we lost audio again.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
Chris and
I
Echo,
see
can you hear
now.
us again?
Now I see it.
Yeah, it takes a second.
So
Chris?
we can hear you, Chris.
We can't hear.
We can hear you. Bud was having problems where
It might.
we could hear him, but he couldn't hear us.
On it.
Let me see something.
Can you hear me?
Well, I can hear you, Bud. Yes.
I can hear you too.
All right.
Yay!
Hey, bud.
There he is.
happened?
There's the man.
Yeah. How
So-
you guys doing? Well, I'm finally on, so that's a plus. So,
There you go.
so what are we talking about?
Can we hear
We're
Bud?
talking,
Well,
we're talking about the greatest paintball gun that was ever made.
Oh shit. Well, I appreciate that. That's
yeah.
Makes
well,
me
Mark
feel
was
good.
starting talking, and he was asked, when did you start producing your markers?
I started producing the first one in 1986, I think it was. That's when I made the first
I
one.
think we lost audio.
And then
Oh, 86.
it's 84 is when I made the first one. And
84,
then-
okay.
Yeah, and it's 74 or 84? 74. No, 74. Oh shit.
No, it would have been 84, bud.
Yeah, it's 84. And
Yeah, 1984.
yeah. And then I went from there, and then I quit. I worked for the shipyard,
We can't hear Bud.
and
Shut off because of y'all.
and things got to going pretty good. So I quit the shipyard and went there full time making guns.
And we'll at least be able to understand what
I
he's saying.
made the first, 200 or 300 of them out of my 20 by 20 garage at home.
Right?
And so I quit the shipyard, rented a shop, lived off my wife's paycheck for 5 years, and
One of your
stuck
first ones,
everything
Bud,
back
right
into the
here.
company, and I really, I just enjoyed the hell out of it. And what you can't enjoy nothing unless you got a lot of support from the people that you're building stuff for, and I started building things when I was 9 years old. I built cars, my dad and I, and we done engine conversions and stuff back in 1953, and that's when I started my career in mechanical stuff. And before I got into paintball, I built hot rods, boats, drag boats. I got the world record in drag boat racing, 191 miles an hour in 6 seconds, and on gasoline. It's never been broke. So, but
Really?
that's what I've done all my life. So there's nothing
Yeah.
but build stuff, and I started building autocockers, and I dropped everything else except for the sniper. And boy, I made a lot of people mad, but that's okay because I done it for you guys. That's what I did.
Yeah.
So
I was
You knew
telling
it
him I have
was done and you did it.
that's my story.
I was
You
telling
guys
him I
talk?
have.
Can I hear you?
Yeah,
Can you hear me, bud?
I can't hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, nobody's talking.
Mhm.
We were
Yeah.
just listening, bud.
Yeah, well, now you are.
All
Yeah,
right.
shit.
Finally
Now
got
we
back
going
on.
again. Oh
Well,
what's-
man.
Go ahead, Mark.
I was just
Anyway,
saying I'm of the stance that the
I do have my
Autocockers.
first one. It's sitting here in front of me,
Oh, hold on. Make him big.
and to be honest with you, the day I built it, I haven't um, put a wrench on it since. It's still,
Wow.
I haven't even adjusted the velocity. I shot it the other day and it still shoots 285 on CO2. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Am I losing you guys? Yeah,
No,
there
we're
you
listening.
have it.
No, you're loud and clear.
I still can't hear you.
Gotcha.
We can hear you, bud.
me?
Yes.
No?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yep.
hear you. All right.
Good.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
shit. I don't know what's going on.
All right.
Well, Bud,
I'll
you
push some buttons and
can you hear me, Bud?
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Oh, shit.
Bud, can you hear Mark?
I don't think he's hearing us, guys.
Hmm.
I don't know if he is hearing us or
I
not.
don't think so.
Yeah, I think he. Yeah, this is
All right.
weird. We're having
Well,
a tough
looks like he's gonna
episode. Can y'all
drop
hear
off,
me?
So
We can hear you.
I can hear Chris.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. It keeps dropping us too.
Yeah, we heard you talking the whole time, Chris.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, tell us more about the quadfire detents, the idea about having it, the principle behind it.
Well, it's really pretty simple. The Autocockers,
Now I
as good
can't
as
hear
gun as
Mark.
they were. You can't hear me?
Yeah, we can
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Autococker, though it was a great shooting gun, if the paint didn't quite match the barrel, you would get ball rollout. It was a big deal on an Autococker, but it was a really big deal on a sniper. And I started out playing with snipers, right? So you'd load a ball in and you go creeping through the woods and you pull up and shoot. There wouldn't be a ball there. Well, in pump games, you don't get a second shot. That guy's going to hear your gunfire. He's going to hide before you can get another one off. So when I started working at Shock Tech, I actually presented the idea to Danny, but we couldn't figure out really how to do it. There were some options, but the barrel was in the way. You know, it just boiled down that the barrel was in the way. So, and Danny Love actually made some barrels that had O-ring slots on them and stuff, and they worked, but they were not right for production. You know what I'm saying? You could custom make them, but the production, it was like remember when Bob Long came out with that barrel with the holes that are on the bottom?
Yeah.
You guys remember that? Well,
Hmm.
the idea may or may not have worked, but the problem is the barrels didn't thread in the same spot everywhere, so it was not good for production, right?
Right. If it didn't line up right, it wouldn't work.
Right. So, and the barrel mod that Danny did, it just was too complicated for production, right? And then there was some mods since then, some little plastic inserts you would drop in and then screw the barrel in, and it would try and hold the ball there, but they didn't really work very well either. Once the ball was in the barrel, you couldn't control it. So I had a drawing that goes back probably 20 years that I drew it up on. I'm like, all we got to do is make the the part where the breech just needs to be longer. And then when all these spool guns came out, they work exactly the same way. The ball sits in the breech behind two ball detents, and then it's shoved into the barrel as it fires. And I knew it would work. I just had to find somebody that was willing to make the alteration to their bodies and go from there. And Chris was the first guy willing to do it. So Chris has got the lock on it, and it works really, really well. I've shot mine. I've put close to 2,000 rounds through it now. I don't play as often as I'd like. Las Vegas is not the mecca of paintball that everybody would think that it is. And but the reports coming back from the field, people that have bought the gun from Chris, all the reports are good, and that people are very happy with it, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do.
Well, it's opening up a whole new generation of kids to the autococker and players to the autococker, and people are falling in love with it the first time because they've never had a chance to try one before. They've just become a little scarce.
Hey, Bud, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Everywhere we go, I think we've talked about this before, but the autococker, with all the electric guns, all these mech guns have kind of disappeared a little bit, but we're seeing more and more mech coming back. And, there are so many of your guns out there that people are trying to play with. And the industry and the people that there's been a lack of training, and we've done our best to help people. You got a ton of guns still out there being used. I saw a ton of stuff out there, and people are refurbishing it and tuning it up, and they're still playing with the stuff. It's pretty amazing. I mean, it's crazy. I fell off the cast here for a little while, but did you tell us how long you'd been making these things?
I lost your sound again. Well,
Did you?
Got it back. No, it's popping in and out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're having a lot of technical difficulties, but
I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, I think, did we lose him again?
Yeah.
There you go. I got you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. How long? When did you start making cockers? When did that start?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
He's asking when you started making cockers, Bud.
Yeah.
I started making autocockers in
84.
1984.
No, that wasn't a cocker. That wasn't the autococker. That was the sniper. It was
Okay.
1984.
Yeah.
I made
Wow.
the first one in 84, the sniper.
So when was the first autococker?
And then I went from there on up, and a variation of all kinds of stuff. And we've been working on an autococking system, but a guy out of Sacramento and he is a paintball player. Him and I got together, and we actually developed the first autococking system. I still have that. It's kind of a crude. God, I should have got it, but it, the regulator come off the front of the gun right where the main the 3/8 natural fine screw holds it in, and then I put a three-way. You know, let's see. No, I didn't have a three-way then. I put three-way valve in the grip. Okay, and I run up to the ram, and that was the first autococker, and it worked great. So then we just went from there and started developing really cool stuff. But damn, I should have got it, but I had to dig it out and stuff. But maybe next time we have a show, I can hear you guys, and everyone will have so much trouble getting on it. But I'll get all my stuff out and the first stage, my 007s and stuff like that I redid. And but the autococker, yeah, there you go, right there. And but I don't know, I guess the autococker, the sniper was the first really. I mean, somebody might say no, but I think it was the first screw-in barrel, and it was actually the first paintball gun made exactly for paintball. And now you have the 007, which they used to shoot cows and stuff with, and then we just converted that. When I started, we were shooting enamel paint. You
Right.
talking about a bitch, man. You go out in coveralls and you had to throw them away at the end of the day if you got shot up. But back then, I would take a tube of paint out. And if you shot a tube of paint, there's 10 people walked off the field. It was really hunting and seeking and crawling and trying to sneak up on people and
Yeah,
back
the
shoot
constant
them and
hunter.
all kind. That was work. The first 2 or 3 years it was like that. And then we got to shooting faster and faster and faster, and then the kids nowadays, if they don't shoot a case of paint in one game, it ain't worth a hoot. So, but no, I just you wouldn't believe what I gave up in life for for paintball. I mean it. And like I said, I pissed off a lot of people because I was, and I did race drag boats after I started paintball too. So, but I'm still building cars and boats and motors and 2,000 horsepower motors and all that stuff. And I'm not going to quit. Only time I'll quit is they throw dirt in my face. It's
Right.
about it. So
Keep honorary, bud.
Hey,
You'll
bud.
never quit.
Hey, bud. Can you hear me?
yeah, no, it's God. I just can't say enough about all the people that I've met and friends that I've got all over the world in paintball and you guys. And I mean, it's just, yeah, paintball does something for people that, I mean, very seldom you ever run into a real jerk, you know. Most of the people all get along, and sure, they get overshot or, they think they did and didn't, but they get mad. But after an hour or so, it's back to being friends again. I mean, it's the friendliest sport I've ever been in. Let's put it that way.
I agree.
You
Yeah, it
know,
can be.
and I've been in a few.
Hey, bud. Can you hear me?
So
Can you hear me,
anyway,
bud?
I'm talking too much. You guys talk now.
No, you're doing good, bud. Can you hear me?
If I can now, I can't hear you again.
Hey,
Yeah.
one of you
Now,
ask him
no,
on those boats
it
if you can hear
almost
me.
came back.
Yeah,
Okay,
ask me on the
what's
boats,
the
There,
those
question?
motors.
there you go.
Yeah, what kind of motors were you
Shoot.
using in those boats?
No, I
Because
can't hear him.
What kind of motors were you using in those boats, bud?
The one I set the record in is Arius, all aluminum, big block Chevrolet, lower end aluminum end, crank, all that stuff, and then the top end with a Hemi head, all aluminum motor, blown. It was you could set the motor on the deck, and it was right at 6 foot tall. With a blower on it and injectors and all that stuff. So,
hey,
but
ask
I'm
Bud for me if he ever got any
when
of those
I do
Rolls
things
Royce Merlin engines and put
in
it in one of
life,
his
I
boats.
don't.
Hey, bud.
Uh, yeah.
Chris wants to know if you ever got a Rolls Royce Merlin engine and put it in one of your boats.
No, but I thought about it. I definitely thought about it.
Yeah, because there was a surplus of those.
The
I know
thing
the
of it
motorboat
was
people
is
do that.
you know how expensive they are.
Yeah,
I could build a boat for what I paid for the motor.
yeah, yeah.
So, but they're a great motor. I think they would have done good in a boat.
Mhm.
So, and they're light.
Absolutely.
It's not no monster, but No, I built all kinds of motors, you know. Um, yeah, I mean, but I don't do things like everybody else does, you know. My assessment in life is on all the racing. I race circle track, NASCAR, you name it. If it's got wheels on it and floats or has 2 or 4 wheels, I've been on it. But it's you know if you're going to go fast, you got to figure out different ways of doing it. You know, and so I didn't copy nobody. I just made new ideas. You know, I built motors. Everybody wants to put a 6-inch lift cam in it, or five, 600,000 lift cam in them, and I never went over a half-inch lift, you know, because I put bigger valves in to get more air in it, but I kept them open shorter time, you know, so you could get more horsepower in them. So it's just all kinds of weird shit I did, and water. Oh my God, when I was racing, you know, if you put water into something, you're going to make more horsepower. You know, H2O, hydrogen and oxygen.
Yeah.
Them two together would just unbelievable what it does in a motor. But everybody used to ask me what my little. I used to have a 10-ounce bottle that I used in paintball, and that's where I put my water next to the boat. And when you got when it got up to 7 pounds boost in it, it put pressure in it, and it squirt water in the top of the hat, on top of the injectors. Mix it with the water, and oh my God, you know, away we
Sit down,
went.
hold on.
Yeah, no. People today, I tell them that, they said, nah. I said, no, just go for it or don't. The best thing to do is don't do what I say. Then I'll whip your ass some more. You know, so it's just, you know, I share whatever I do. I mean, I really do. I don't keep it a big secret, but it's oddball
Hey,
stuff.
can you hear me, Bud?
Yeah.
Uh, I want to change the topic a little bit. Have you seen the new gun that Nova and I have come up with, the new Autococker mod
Yes.
with the
I
double
seen
ball
one.
detents?
Yeah. I seen that just a while back. I like it.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
it
like it.
does.
It's, yeah. You
It's
guys are, all you guys on here are entrepreneurs when it comes to making mods and stuff like that, and new guns and new products. So keep it up.
well,
I,
and what I
I,
wanted to tell you is, you gave me an Autococker in 1990, in the summer of 1990,
hey,
right?
Cliff,
That cocker is that cocker number is I forget right off the top of my head. It's like 3804,
Yeah.
right? That is still the main gun I shoot today, and I haven't taken that gun apart except one time since 2007.
Oh wow.
yeah.
So when I say the autococker is the greatest gun that's ever been made, first off, it's the only gun that's lasted this long, right? It's still a viable option in today's market, and it's the only gun that if people would just stop messing with it and just go shoot it,
Yeah.
right? They wouldn't
Yep.
have half the problems they have, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, I 100% agree with you. You know,
But what do these do?
yeah,
Yeah,
they got to tinker. You know,
right,
people are tinkers. You know, serious players don't tink. They don't tinker. They get
that's
something
right,
that shoots good at different altitudes and different humidities, or conditions, and they leave it alone. Like
right.
I showed you my first gun. I have never had a wrench on that thing to this day, and I mean, what? Let's see, it's 84. You
Right.
know, I mean, it's old, and it's
Well,
still.
and and that's my point. There's no gun made that, like my gun, I've literally been shooting that gun for 36 years. 36
Yeah.
years. There's not another paintball gun that's ever been made that is still shooting as a primary gun 36 years later. That's the main gun I shoot at every event I go to.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, there's still
Right?
there's still at the
Are you going to
events.
come to California or anything anytime soon?
I hope to go to what's that big game you guys have in September?
Decay of
Oh
Nations.
yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah, Decay of Nations. I plan to go to that, and then that project you and I talked about that we're keeping secret. You know, we're still planning to do that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
so
I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call when that can
I have a
happen.
question for you, Mark, on you and Chris's little secret project there.
Yeah.
Don't let it out. No.
No, it's going to get out. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's
Chris, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
well, we
gonna
talking about
be-
the pneumatic trigger.
Oh
fun,
yeah,
fun.
yeah. Talk about that. That's not my deal. That's all Chris.
Yeah. But I made I put a pneumatic actuator in here that pulls on the sear,
Oh yeah.
and it is. I mean, it's literally that short on the cocker. It is just super short, super
Is that
light.
mechanical or electric?
It's all mechanical. It's all mechanical.
I can't hear.
I have one.
It's all mechanical, bud.
All mechanical.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah.
it's a mechanical actuated trigger.
Yeah.
It's pneumatic. So it absolutely screams, but yeah, there's no electrodes in it. It's mechanical.
Hey, tell
my
Bud if
God,
he
that
can't
is
hear
so
me that me and Mark were
awesome.
sending him one, so he'll have
No,
one.
that is
Okay.
neat.
Yeah.
Mark and
Bud,
Chris are actually sending you one of these, bud.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
So you'll have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And hey, Bud, I have one, and I have the trigger pull down to 63 thousandths of an inch.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
And Chris
incredible.
has made it shorter. Chris has made it shorter.
Yeah.
Well, you breathe on it, it goes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is that. There is that for sure.
Yeah, don't drop a hair on it because it'll shoot.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No,
Hey,
that's,
hey, you know what?
that's what life's about, making it better.
Yeah.
Which
You know?
question,
Yeah.
Chris?
I was gonna
You
say,
know, and there's
tell
nothing
Bud
wrong with that.
we're looking for his
Everybody used to
gold
get
gun, and we need more info
why
on that.
I get mad at people for making this or making that. You know, I made the basic. It's up to you guys to do the rest. You know, is the way
Yeah.
I look at it. I didn't get mad at nobody. Matter of fact, most of the stuff, you know, the smartest people that you got to really listen to is kids. I mean, believe it or not, they'll come up with ideas. They don't know how to make anything, but they'll
Right.
come up with suggestions to make it better.
Right.
And I listen to kids, believe me, you know, and a lot of the mods that I made and over my period of time is I learned from kids and people, other people, you know, and I might modify it here or there, what their ideas are, but no, it's people are bitching, man. And they,
So, Bud, on your golden gun that's missing, is
Yeah.
there any new information on that? Or do you have
No.
any more information on it? Because they're trying to find it for you.
Yeah, we're trying to find it.
the only thing to be honest with you, I don't think it left California, but they said it did get to Oregon, and but they don't know what happened to it after that. And they said, oh well, the package they got was all ripped open. Well, let me tell you what, when I shipped that gun, there's only one. That's one of a kind. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I packed that thing up. You could have, I honestly, I took it over to a friend of mine's shop. It's 2-story and threw it off the top of the building. And it didn't even do nothing to the box. So
Right.
no, at the biggest mistake I made was putting my name on it. You
Yeah.
know, and I don't know where it went, but you know, whoever has it, you better not show it around much. So
No,
Yeah,
Columbia River's
it'll show
wide
up.
and deep. We can take care of it if it's an organ and we catch them.
yeah, well, call me up. I'll be there in about 6 hours. I'll help.
Little
You know,
sturgeon bait, yeah.
yeah, make sure it's a male. You know, yeah, I got special ways for that. So anyway, um, no, you know, if somebody wanted a gun that bad, I'd give them one. You know,
Right.
honest to God, just don't take something that I made for the people. You know, everybody, not one person, everybody. You know, and that's just, I mean, it's just sad. You know, that somebody does that. So, but you know, that's makes the world go round. You know,
I got
good
a
and the
feeling
bad.
that's going to
So,
turn up. I do. I
can
got
you
a
guys
feeling we're
hear
going to
me?
find it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
You might be hearing now.
Mark, are you
Yeah.
talking?
No,
No,
I'm
I
not.
can't hear you. No,
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you guys again.
Oh.
Didn't
They keep
click.
going up and down.
Yeah, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think your gun's going to turn up. We're going to
No,
pray about it. We're going to pray about it. We're going to
it's
find that
sad,
gun.
but yeah, when you come into town, um, where do you go? Make sure you
I'm
come
right
to
here.
stay. Yeah, oh, there you are. Yeah, come by. You know,
I will.
and if I'm home, you can stay here with me. So
Okay.
you can see all my toys.
Not
It might be
everybody
I
gets
getting
got
that
two
invite,
late,
little
Mark.
shops. One of them's 3,000 square foot, and the other one 6,000 square foot. So that's where I make all my stuff. You know, a little place, not very big. You know, and but we have fun. You know, it's dreaming up stuff and making stuff. So you'd like it here, all you guys. So that'd be
I'm
fun.
looking for. I'm looking forward to
Okay,
it, bud.
I wish I
Nations
could hear
party at
you,
Bud's,
but
Chris.
Yeah.
next time we'll
Yeah.
maybe I'll fly somewhere. And I can't do any flying. The doctor, the last 3 years has been really um, well. When I was 79, I guess things started wearing out. You know, so I've had so much shit done to me. It just I've never been in a hospital till I was 79 years old. Never. All the racing I've done, the crashes I've done, the motorcycles I've got off of, sprained this, done that, broke this, but never stayed the night in the hospital until I got colon cancer. And then they only kept me in there 3 days and sent me home. They got tired of me bitching. So, so I got rid of
Well,
that. And
like
then,
I said, Bud, you drive up here to Washington, you let us
well,
know
I
you're
didn't. I'd
coming.
say that they was going to send me home in 3 days. I ended up staying 2 weeks
Oh,
because I had a staph infection, and so I got out and got that. And then my staph infection ate my aorta valve up my heart, so I had to take that and change that. They cut my chest open, done that, and then the
bless
last
you.
event was a year ago, July. Um, I was I work out all the time, but I was working out with my normal 400-pound leg presses and stuff like that, and I decided in between sets I'd do crunchers. Well, the next day I couldn't even hardly walk, but my hip joint went out, so it took them about 9 months to figure that out. So then I changed it. Now it's all done. I'm all done. I'm
How's
nothing
the
else.
leg?
So now, but the doctors don't want me traveling on an airplane right now. So I gotta see what I can't travel. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So anyway,
Hey,
I could drive up to Oregon. I can do that. I wouldn't mind doing that, or Washington. I don't care.
I'll
I
tell
can't
you.
drive
Can you
across the
hear me,
U.S. That's 4 days of
Bud?
8 hours a day, 10-hour day drive.
I don't think Bud can
So,
hear me. Can anybody hear me?
anyway, that's me.
Can you hear me, Bud?
You know,
Can you hear me, Bud?
and well, we're still got 5 minutes.
So we could hear you.
I wish I
Yeah.
could hear you guys talk. You know,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
hear myself all the time. I sit there and talk to myself. Nobody talk to me. So,
So that field in
Just
Oregon where the
kidding.
WCPL is going to be is incredible.
well, I talk to my dog. So yeah, that's a good thing. So,
Thanks, Jason.
but anyway, I could get out of here and let you guys do what you're gonna do if you want, and it's been a pleasure being on here tonight, and love all you guys. You know, I really do. I mean, you guys are bitching. So I'll next time we'll get sound and all that stuff and have a better time. So
Sounds
anyway, I
good, bud.
definitely enjoyed it. You guys take care of yourself, and I will catch you later. You take care, and I love the audience for sure. Take care, man. Bye bye.
What a great guy.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear
I can
you.
hear.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah, we'll have to do that again, boy. I think it was his stuff, but yeah, that was tough. I wish we could have had that worked out better.
We'll get it.
Yeah,
We're-
yeah, man.
This
It's
is
so
only
good.
like our sixth podcast. We're
Yeah.
learning.
Man, I loved hearing about his motorboats because, you know, when I'd go see Mick out there in Southern California, you know, Bud was that was a big thing that was happening with him was those motorboats he was building. That was some incredible stuff, man. They were mean. I
Mark,
wish
when you get down there to hang with them, make sure you ask them about tuna fishing.
Okay.
There'll be some stories.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Mark, did you see? We sold quite a few of these things. In fact, one story that we have is one of the guys that bought this pneumatic, the Gunstar, was actually sponsored by a bigger company. I'm not going to say his name or what company he was actually sponsored by, but he went out, played with it, and he was blown away. He was like, he come back, I could tell by the smile on his face that he just went out there and had a blast with it. Also, I posted a couple videos from
Watchdog.
there we are.
Fred was actually in the booth. They were playing this weekend, and you saw him in the booth, man. He just, I mean, it's so easy just to rip these things, man. They did real well. Again, you know, this is what the third or fourth event we've had them out selling them. I mean, we're not just selling these things online and, you know, fire and forget, go have a good time, hope you like it. Me and TJ are like sitting behind the freaking counter. The guys buy these things. They're out there in the field. They're coming back off the field. We see what's happening, you know. We hear about it all day. We hear about it from their friends. And so far, they ain't missed a lick. They have been doing well.
Well, I like mine. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So I hate to cut it short, but I got a church a thing that I have to go to. It seems like I always do the podcast when I got church on Sunday night, but
Yeah. Well, we're right at the end of the hour too, so we're right at the end of it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, it was good talking to you at all, and I will talk to you again soon and let me know about next week.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for
All right,
coming on, and hope you have a good day, my friend.
Yes.
All right,
Thank you.
we'll talk to you soon.
Yes.
All right, bye.
Okay. Well, looks like we were coming, like you said, we come about down to the last little bit here.
Yeah, let me say just a couple things. Hopefully, we'll talk to Bud again. We're having a lot of technical difficulties, and there's some things that we wanted to ask him and talk to him about, and we'll get him back on the show to do that. And he's such an interesting guy, such a good guy, and he's been a real inspiration. He's been a lot of help to what we're doing here. So, you know, thank you, Mr. Bud. You're awesome.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
Thank you. And thank him for his contribution to paintball.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's a huge contribution to the sport of paintball.
No, that's true. And those markers, even the older ones, they're still around and viable, still kicking.
Yep.
They're doing fantastic. They've got a great foundation out there, and people just love the heck out of them.
Yep, they do.
That's
They
true.
do.
All right. Well, we're going to get this all taken care of. So thank you very much for tuning in for a little bit of history and such for the Autococker. We will see you guys next week. Have yourselves a wonderful week now.